Jai Mahamaya ki jai, Bole Baba ki jai. In our last discourse, we read about the gods and the demons getting ready for this huge battle. And the Devas calling in their guru, Brihaspati. And now we'll go on to chapter 4. Vedavyasa said, O king, the messenger of the demons, having heard what Indra, the lord of the Devas, had said, called an assembly thus: O Devas, the most powerful Mahisa, the son of Ramba, is now the king of the demons. He is particularly expert in hundreds of magic and has become haughty on the strength of his boon. O Devas, Mahisa has sent his messenger. He wants to take possession of the heavens. He came down to me and spoke thus: O Indra, quit this heaven and go anywhere you like, or be ready to pay your homage to the high-souled Mahisur, the lord of the Danavas. The Danava chief never becomes angry with his opponent, who becomes submissive like a servant. If you surrender and serve him, he will, out of mercy, grant an allowance to you. O Lord of the Devas, if this does not suit you, then collect your forces and be ready for fight. No sooner I return, the Lord of the demons will come here at once, ready to give battle to you. Thus saying, the messenger of that wicked demon departed. Now what are we to do, O Devas? Think on this. O Devas, even a weak army is not to be overlooked by a powerful opponent, especially when the enemy is powerful by his own powers and is ever energetic. Never is he to be overlooked. It is always incumbent on us to make our efforts as best we can, both by our body and by the mind as far as lies in our power. The results, victory or defeat, actually depends entirely on fate. It is useless to make treaties with a deceitful and dishonest person. We therefore never should make treaty with this person. You are all honest that Danava is dishonest. Therefore ponder and ponder deeply, again and again. Do you do that you which think which is prosper? It is not advisable to go out at once for fight when we are unaware of our enemy's strength. Let us therefore send spies, truthful, honest, and quick, to ascertain the strength of the demons, those who can easily enter amongst our enemies and yet also have no relation nor any interest with them. The arrangements of their forces, their movements, their members, they will ascertain correctly. Who are their generals? What is their number? And what is their strength? They will thoroughly examine and return here quickly. First, we will ascertain the strength of the forces of our opposite party, and then we will decide at once whether we will start for battle or seek protection within forts. Wise persons always consider before they act. Any act done rashly leads, in all respects, to many troubles, and anything done after mature prejudgments leads to happiness. So the wise do. Demons are all one in their heart and mind. Therefore, it is not advisable in any way to apply the principles of sowing seeds of discords. Let our spies go there, ascertain their strength, return and inform us. We will then judge what principle is proper to apply to these warriors, the demons. Thus, counseling with the Devas, Indra sent expert spies to ascertain the true state of affairs. The spies, too, went into the abode of the demons with no delay and made their searches thoroughly into every nook and corner, and returned and told Indra all the strength of the demon forces. Indra was very much startled to know then of their arrangements. He immediately had all the Devas be ready for battle and called for his high priest Brihaspati, expert in giving advice, and began to consult with him on how to carry out the warfare with this indomitable enemy, the Lord of the Devas. O Guru of the Devas, O learned, please say what we are to do now in this critical juncture. You are omniscient. Today you are our guide. The demon Mahisa has become very powerful, very haughty, surrounded by demons. He is now coming to fight with us. You are expert in mantras. Find out the remedy for us. Sukacharya is the remover of all obstacles on the demon side, and that you are our safeguard is well known to us. Hearing these words of Indra, Brihaspati, who is always ready to effect the Deva's purposes, though thought intently on that subject, and said very shortly thus. Brihaspati spoke, O Lord of the Devas, O Venerable One, be peaceful, have patience. When a difficulty comes, one should not all of a sudden lose one's patience. O chiefs of immortals, victory or defeat is completely under the control of destiny. Therefore, intelligent ones should always be patient. What will unavoidably be done must come to pass. Knowing this as certain, one would always be an enthusiast and exert one's powers. Everything is guided by fate. Knowing this, the Munis devote themselves at all times solely filled with energy in their meditation and yoga practices for their final liberation. Therefore, to show one's energy according to the rules of the daily practices ought to be independently done, and one should not repent or feel pleasure on failure or success, for that is under the control of fate. The embodied beings are all under fate. Therefore, even if success be not attained, though one's own powers are exercised thoroughly, no one is to blame for this, O Lord of the Suryas. What to say of forces, mantras, or advices? What of chariots or weapons? Nothing is to lead to success if it is not the fate, and only the Divine Mother makes one successful. This whole universe is under the Divine Mother. It is therefore that we see powerful persons suffering pains and weak ones getting happiness, the intelligent ones sleeping without any food, and fools enjoying merrily, distressed persons getting victory, and powerful ones suffering defeats. What cares then ought one to entertain in this? O Lord of the Devas, whatever is inevitable to come to pass, be it success or failure, one will lead one's energy to that end. Therefore, one needs to consider beforehand whether one's energies will be successful or not. In times of distress, one sees distress too much, and in times of pleasure, one seeks pleasure too much. Oneself, therefore, one should not surrender to one's enemies' pleasure and pain. Pain and suffering is not felt so much in patience as it is felt when impatient. Therefore, one must practice patience when pain or pleasure comes. Indeed, it is very difficult to bear oneself up in distress or happiness. Therefore, wise persons try not to let these feelings crop up at all from the very beginning. I am full, undiminishable. I am beyond these prakritic qualities. Who is there to suffer? What is suffering? Thus one ought to think that at that moment. I am beyond the 24 tattvas. What pleasure or pain can then arise to me? Hunger and thirst are the dharma of prana. Pain and insensibility is the dharma of mind. Old age and death belong to this physical body. I am free from these 6 diseases. I am Shiva. Grief and delusion are the qualities of this body. What then do I care for them? I am not the qualities of this body, nor I am the soul pertaining to that. I am beyond the 7 transfigurations, changes. I am beyond this prakritic nature and beyond the 16 changes wrought out by Prakriti. I am therefore eternally happy. I am beyond Prakriti and its transformation. Then why am I to suffer pain always, O Lord of the Devas? Think on these and be without any passion. This attainment is the root of all misery. This attachment is the root of all miseries, and non-attachment is the source of all happiness. Non-attachment, therefore, is the chief means of the extirpation of all your troubles. O Lord of Sachi, nothing can be happier than contentment. In case you do find it difficult to practice dispassion, apply then discrimination and think of fate, that what comes inevitably to pass. O Lord of the Devas, actions already done cannot die out without their effects being enjoyed. O best of the Devas, let all your intelligence be brought to action. Let all the Devas lend their helping hands to you. What is inevitable must come to pass. What then can you care for your happiness or pain? O King, happiness is felt for the expiation of good deeds, and pain is felt for the expiation of bad deeds. Therefore, wise persons get thoroughly delighted when their punyas, karmas, ends. O King, judge and hold a council today, then try your best. But what is unavoidable will come to pass, even if you try your best. Here ends the 4th chapter of the 5th book on the counsels given to Indra in the Mahapurana Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Veda Vyasa. Jai Mahamaya ki jai, Vishveshvari Mata ki jai, Haryakandeshvari Mata ki jai, Bole Baba ki jai.